Arsene, can you just confirm the team news going into the game? Thomas Vermaelen to start with.
He's available again for selection, and apart from that, I think from last Sunday at Man City, from last night, we have only good news because everybody should be available for Saturday's game.
Can you tell us about who of the injured players would be likely to come back into the squad for the quickest?
Into the squad you have Sanya, who is back in full training, Wilshere, Frimpong back in full training, and but of course they will not be available for Saturday. But everybody else should be available. We have still Chesney injured, Fabianski injured, but all the field players should be all right. You
previously said there's the Premier League games and then there's the big games. How important is this particular big game in your season?
We have played one where we got some belief from against Man City. It's another one, it's a different one because it's at home, and we have played now 5 games. We have played 3 away games at Stoke, at Liverpool and Man City. So do we do well at home against the strong teams? Will have, of course, a big impact on our chances in the league.
And just finally from me, your assessment of Chelsea and the way that they've changed this season?
They've gone a different style, rejuvenated the team because they bought some very young players with maybe a more technical style, and they've gone a little bit more creative style, and until now it has worked well for them, so it's a good challenge for us to beat them.
I think one they didn't mention Thomas Rosicky.
Thomas Rosicky is 2 weeks away. I wanted to mention him, but I just mentioned the players who are back in the squad. Thomas is not far away, 2 weeks.
Yeah. What about Chesney? Have you got a date for him?
2-3 weeks still, yes.
And does that give you, when he is available, a selection problem? Because obviously Manane's then...
Well, I have every week I have many selection problems. It's just one more.
Central defence too now. Selection problem in central defence as well.
Selection solutions. It's not a problem to have good players. You know, when you don't have good players, people say, but you do not have good players. When you have good players, they say you have a problem as well. You cannot play a season with 2 centre-backs. You just want good players in every position. At the moment, we are all doing well. I just will select the players who, for me, are the most suited to play against the opponent we play. And at the end of the season, everybody will have played. It doesn't exist anymore a position where one player can play all the games. The games are too intense, too repeated. And if you look well at the players who play in every single game, you look how they are at 30, 31, tells you a lot about.
Jack Wilshere, is he likely to play a game at all soon?
Monday night, we play with the reserve his first game, maybe an hour, something like that. You know.
That's another important step.
It's not an important step, but he has not played for 14 months. And so we'll have to calm your impatience a little bit.
Great news for the fans though, that he's...
It's fantastic for him, especially for him, you know, when you are at that age and out for such a long time. But it's absolutely massive to take him and Frimpong, both of them, Frimpong with 2 knees, Jack with 2 setbacks, of course. It's massive for them to come back, and for us as well.
John Terry has obviously had a difficult week. He did play in the League Cup. Do you expect him to be involved on Saturday?
Yes, because he was involved in the League Cup. I don't see why he should not be involved.
Clearly, what happens at the hearing might affect whether he's involved or not. Do you expect him to be involved?
Yes.
So what, you feel there will be a resolution or there'll be an appeal so he can play on? How will it pan out? I
don't know. You know, I do not want to interfere in that. It's judged at the moment, and it's very difficult for me to come out on that. It's a case where it's been spoken a lot. It's full every day in the medias. I just don't think I have to come out on that and just let the VFA do their job.
How much did Chelsea miss Didier Drogba? There's a stat, I can give it to you if you probably
I don't
know
know
it.
if they miss him, but we don't miss him.
They win a lot more against Arsenal with Drogba than without. You've seen that stat, I'm sure.
Well, because he did a lot of damage against us every game. I feel last year, honestly, he had an average season in the Premiership, but in the Cups he was absolutely influential and decisive, you know. He won them, he was a big part of their success in the FA Cup and in the Champions League, because he was massive, he had that quality, but even when he was on a bad day for 80 minutes, he didn't give up and kept his focus and his desire to be efficient, and he was an exceptional player.